Well, hey, Nick and Sean. Wow, my voice is really echoey in here. I hope that sounds good and not bad. Guess we'll find out. Anyways, today's vlog, I was just gonna tell you a little bit about what I've been up to. So last weekend, Jake and I went on a trip to San Francisco. We hung out with his aunt and his cousin, and we walked around San Francisco and saw all kinds of crazy things. We were in Chinatown for a bit. We went to the piers. We saw the Golden Gate Bridge. We went to the Golden Gate Bridge Park. We had some fun times. Saw some cool stuff. It was exhausting, draining. And after that, we spent the rest of the weekend in San Jose, where Jake's grandparents live. And that was really nice of them to let us stay there. And they were such a sweet elderly couple. And they were so interesting. It was it was really fun to talk to them. They had a lot of cool things to say and talk about, and I was so impressed with how bright they were, how intelligent and lucid and clear-minded they both were. And these people are in their 90s, so I was like inspired by that. It's like, man, if they can carry on a conversation in an intelligent manner when they're that old, then the sky's the limit. So I hope that when I reach their age, I will be able to do that. So anyways, 4th of July was Saturday, and I was in San Jose, and I watched the congressional 4th of July, whatever. First 4th of July, I think, since the last time I can remember, that I have not seen fireworks outside. And I think the main reason is because I was very sick on the 4th of July. Friday night, actually, the back of my throat was very uncomfortable to me. It was paining me, and it was really hard for me to swallow and eat things and drink things. And Saturday, I was at the lowest I had been with this infection, and we actually looked in the back of my throat and found out that my tonsils were infected. They were very inflamed, and that was like narrowing the gap in which I could swallow food. And half of like this side of my tonsils were like covered in this like white, like crusty stuff, which is kind of gross. And initially it was just like these white specks, and then it like congealed into this giant like white sheet of gross infection. And then the right side was just kind of like red and puffy. And I actually had a calcium deposit on that side, which is like this white hard thing, and you can like pick it off. It's really gross. Anyways, I'll stop talking about my infection, but it was very painful. Just trying to swallow things through this ever narrowing tunnel to your throat. And the problem was like throat lozenges that I took didn't really help, because it was kind of like the sides of the back of my mouth instead of just like the back of my throat. And since it was an infection, my body was trying to fight it off. So I had fevers, I had the chills, I had headaches. My stomach never hurt, thankfully, but I also wasn't able to eat much during this time. So I was sick pretty consistently from like Friday night to Sunday night, actually. No. Friday night to Monday afternoon, I would say. Today's Tuesday, and yesterday we came back, and yesterday on the drive home, I was feeling so much better. Mainly just because my headache and fever went away, and my throat was no longer so inflamed that it was impossible for me to eat. But yeah, so another fun thing we did that weekend is we went to Big Basin, which is a giant park in, it's close to Santa Cruz, I think. I don't know the actual city Big Basin is in, but it's this huge, like redwood forest on these like rolling hills, and the road to get there is so sketchy. You have to spend like an hour like on this winding road that's just constant turns and like really sharp and like blind angles and you're constantly going up or like going down, and it was pretty freaky because on our way there, Jake's grandma drove, and she's, like I said, 90 years old or so, and so that was, her reactions were still really good, but we had several close calls, so that wasn't very fun, but being at Big Basement was awesome. We hiked this trail, and there were all these redwood trees that are huge, very big. They're the biggest trees I've ever seen in my life. Not only like in width, but just in height, in sheer height. They were so tall. And we just had a really good time just hiking and being in nature and hanging out with Jake's family. And we had a really good lunch, and my throat wasn't acting up then. I think that was Friday during the day that we did that. And so anyways, I guess I should have been filming some of that, maybe? I don't know. You guys get a good enough image from me talking, right? But anyway, something else I wanted to do this vlog is I wanted to show you, Sean and Nick, some of the ideas I had for the song after Sean showed me his part that he wanted to add. So I was just going to play the chorus and then go into the post-chorus riff that Sean came up with, and then I was going to play the post-chorus riff that I had in mind that I think would be a good solo backing. So anyways, here we go. So that when it changes key, basically, when it plays that, I was hoping that bass would play that, and then, you know, I can do my meedly me's over top of that, and then after we do that for a couple times, just go back down to the, and maybe do that for a little bit, and then, I don't know, another riff, and maybe main riff again, who knows, yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy that. Well, anyways, Sean and Nick, I didn't top the 50th vlog, but I think I definitely presented an acceptable piece of video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it.